So the changes with HECS, they are good. There's some pros here. Obviously the indexation coming down is definitely a welcome change, because I think it was bull that they had to have that as the interest on top, and people have paid, 100 grand in HECS and they're just getting absolutely swamped. You're really getting nowhere unless you're making additional contributions, which is just not super fair. So I think that's a welcome change, and if they are going to do any backdating or changing that indexation, that's great. So that's awesome, very, very welcome on that side of things. The only kind of problem is it doesn't really change the metrics with the lenders, because if it's there, we're still assessing it as a liability. And then I obviously get asked the very common question of, should I pay it out or should I hold on to my HECS? Now, it really depends on your circumstance. If we get rid of the HECS, it can give you a nudge, a little bit. In some instances, if you've got multiple properties, it can give you a massive boost. So it just depends on your client scenarios, what rate of HECS they're paying, how much they're earning, etc., etc. I generally find that if it can stay around and it's, not doing too much to your borrowing capacity, you don't necessarily need to close it. But then if it's, okay, it's only a $10,000 HECS and I need to pay it out in order to get this loan, it makes perfect sense. But if it's actually, I've got to pay $60,000 out to get rid of my HECS to get this loan, okay, well, is there another bank that we can go to so that you don't lose your 60K capital? It's essentially dead capital, and you're not putting that into property that could be increasing in value. HECS is just something that's going to be there. So it is a bit of a case-by-case basis. Obviously these changes are very welcome, but it just really depends on your circumstance on whether you should pay it out or not.